Hey guys, welcome to my channel Wandering Doctor. This is Dr. Ritam here again. So for today we will discuss about something called neonatal jaundice or newborn jaundice, which is basically seen in newborn babies. And there are few myths and wrong concepts about neonatal jaundice which most of the parents ask me, and that has been followed in different parts of India. What can be done? What is this jaundice? Whether it is dangerous or not? Because as we all know that most of the babies get jaundice during their first 2 weeks of life, and which gets resolved automatically. So and few of the babies get to do some treatment, and that is required for those babies. Otherwise it is very common. So what is neonatal jaundice? Is basically this is a jaundice which is seen due to the prematurity or immaturity of the babies, or the, if you ideally say, it is seen in babies on first 2 weeks of their life, which is because of the early breakdown of the RBC or red blood cells. So how this jaundice occurs is basically the red blood cells gets broken, and then they release something called bilirubin. It in a simple way I'm telling, there is a cycle and details discussion about it, and then basically it goes to the blood, and it gets it get to be seen in the skin, and it basically seen as yellow color changes in the skin. So this is the basic things, and this bilirubin has to be excreted through urine and stool. So this is the basic thing what normally we know about the jaundice, and it normally starts from day 3 of life, and it goes up to day 10 and day 12, and then slowly comes down by day 14. So ideally every baby may not require treatment, but few of the babies may require treatment if the jaundice level goes high. So we keep monitoring these babies for first 14 days, every third day, fifth day, and 10th day and 12th day visits. So there are 3 or 4 visits in the 14 days gap, and we will closely monitor whether the jaundice levels are going high or not. So what happens if this jaundice level goes high, which is very important, how dangerous this is. So basically this physiological jaundice is not very dangerous, but only thing, once the jaundice level or the bilirubin level increases in a certain amount, more than 18 or 20, it may go to cross the blood-brain barrier and go to the brain, and causing something called fits or convulsions. So we don't want that to happen, so we have to keep monitoring this on the first 2 weeks of life. And once this is monitored closely and baby crosses the 14 or 15 days, we may not have to check that way, and we are in a safer zone, and we can keep feeding. So what are the other ways how to decrease the jaundice? So the way what normally we can follow at home is, you have to keep the baby feeding well. So enough amount of milk in the stomach increases the enterohepatic circulation, which basically causes the excretion of the jaundice or excretion of the bilirubin. So you have to keep feeding your baby well. Every 2 to 3 hours you have to feed the baby for minimum 20 minutes to half an hour, and baby should be constantly sucking on your breast, and then only baby will get enough milk. So these are the basic funda, and no need to keep the baby on the sunlight always. So it has been proven that keeping on the sunlight causes more of rashes, and there is dangerous UV rays in the sunlight. So in the afternoon time you're not supposed to keep the baby on the sunlight. If you really want to keep the baby on sunlight, that you can keep in the early morning around 9:30 to 10 o'clock, in that time half an hour to 40 minutes, and that also through the glass window. Directly don't expose the baby to the sunlight. So because this is one big myth that is going on, that if you keep the baby on sunlight, this jaundice level goes off. So which has been actually proven wrong, and it may not require. But sunlight, the other good thing is, it may help the body to produce vitamin D. So you can definitely keep the baby through a glass vent under the sun for just half an hour to 45 minutes in the morning, early morning time. So these are the basic thing, and I hope you understood what is physiological jaundice, and baby may not require any treatment. You have to be at home and keep feeding the baby, and visit your doctor in a interval of third day or seventh day, and then 10th and 14th day. So these 3 things if you do, then I think your baby is in a safer zone, and you don't have to worry about anything, and physiological jaundice will resolve at its own. If not, then the other treatment is basically phototherapy, what we call it. So the baby has to be kept under the blue LED lights, which is basically available right now in all the hospitals. and then this phototherapy we give for 24 hours, and then it decreases the jaundice level. It basically breaks down the bilirubin, and then it gets excreted through the urine. So this is the main concept, and I don't want to go into details, but if the jaundice level goes very high, more than 25 or 26, your baby may require something called exchange transfusion. We need to take out the blood from your baby's body and then put it back, the fresh blood what we are giving from outside. Because of jaundice levels become so high, there is something called kernicterus that happens. Basically it reaches to your baby's brain and then causing chemical changes, and then they'll throw convulsions or fits. So that's why we don't want all these things to happen, and we will stop the baby before that, and we'll keep checking the jaundice for first 2 weeks. So this is the main concept behind neonatal jaundice. I hope you guys understood what exactly it is and how it is been treated, and what is the normal thing what you can do at home to prevent this. So guys, I hope if you like the jaundice discussion, then we will discuss about more topics later on. Please put it in the comment section, and if you like the video, please like and share and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification icon, then you will get all the videos updates. So thank you so much guys. I hope you guys will stay healthy and keep smiling, and keep happy, be happy at home. Thank you so much.